Hello, welcome. So I'm doing this kind of video again since some of you guys really like this type of video where I go through some character builds and team lineups. So we're doing it again, second time. So today I want to talk about the combo, or yeah, the combo of Surtr or Levitate. By the way, I just need to settle this right now. I will either call her Surtr or Levitate if I remember. So if you're confused, then so am I. All right. I still don't know how to call her because I have her in the OG Arknights and she's also here. And by the way, well, what you saw with the physical team during my previous upload, the arts team is a lot more clusterfucked. Like I can't keep up with what's happening on screen. So what is the combo actually? Here, let me just show you the team I'm
Don't
running with.
worry,
One
I'm
sec.
around.
So this is the team I'm running with, which is Levatane, Ardelia, Akikuri, and Wolfguard. So the main thing that you
Whatever
need to
comes
focus
next
on when
better be
using
memorable.
Levatane is by building Melting Flame stacks. Because if you have 4 stacks of Melting Flame and you cast the skill, it will turn into an enhanced battle skill, which then gives you an additional attack that deals heat damage and forcibly trigger temporary combustion. Now, here comes the segue. So by stacking heat, or consuming all 4 stacks of melting flame, you trigger combustion, right? By triggering combustion, you also trigger her combo skill, which is when an enemy suffers combustion or corrosion. So she is very sufficient with mono teams, like all fire characters. As you can see here, I have 3 out of 4. And not only that,
Command is
Wolfguard
yours.
also triggers combustion by casting his ult. Not only that,
Let me
Ardelia with her
see.
combo skill
Where
has
should I
this
put
one, which
my this
triggers corrosion forcibly. And then the combo trigger is when the controlled operator performs a final strike on an enemy with no stacks of vulnerable or arts infliction. Now, you might be asking yourself, Renegade, in the previous video you told me that the enemy must be clean of any statuses of some kind. That's true, but because Surtr,
I
it
hate
doesn't really
trouble.
say here, but
Boredom is
when you
worse.
hit enemies with final strike, you clear the enemy with any heat infliction, so you don't have to worry about that. So by just consuming or triggering final strike on Levitate, you clear all the heat infliction on the enemy, and then you also get to
Let me
trigger
see.
Ardelia's
Where should
combo
I
skill,
put
which
my
then applies
reflective
forced
dye?
corrosion, and then you
I
get to
hate
trigger
trouble, but
Levitate's
boredom is
combo
worse.
skill, which triggers this. And
This is
Akikuri is
how
just
fast
here
you learn
to
to
give
count.
me SP and also to start the fight, because this one deals hit infliction, because when you deal heat infliction, it will then
Command
trigger
is yours.
Wolfgarb's combo skill, which then triggers or adds another heat infliction to the enemy. So just these two alone, by casting one skill, I
This
get
is how
2
fast you
stacks of
learn to
heat
grow.
infliction on one enemy. And then if I hit the enemy with
Whatever comes next better be
Levitane's
memorable.
final strike, I get to consume and turn that heat infliction into melting flame. So by you just really need to stack
Let's
melting flame
hit.
stacks or heat infliction on the enemy, and then you consume
Whatever
with
comes
Levitate.
next better be memorable.
So how does this look like then? So when fighting mobs of enemies, if you can stack them real hard in one single area where they can be hit in an AOE, because this is an AOE skill, you can hit anyone in the area or under a small cone rather. So if she can consume all the hit stacks on a lot of enemies, it's possible to deal or get 4 stacks of melting flame with one final strike, which I'll show you in a bit. So but I gotta say though, using her, you're really prone to taking damage from the enemy, because her combo skill and her battle skill requires you to commit. Otherwise, you'll be using, or you'll be animation canceling with Levitate. So let me just show you guys.
High risk target detected.
So what I'm going to do
Stay
first
calm.
is
Keep your face
start
down.
the fight by casting Akikuri's battle skill, this one, and then I will then trigger Wolfguard's combo skill. Watch. And then, final strike. See? The hit infliction on that one enemy I hit is no longer nowhere to be seen. So, if I do that again, As you can see, I now have 4 stacks of Melting Flame. And then again, if I trigger Ardelia's combo skill and just wait a bit, I trigger Levitane's combo skill, which then does this. And then at 4 stacks of Melting Flame, if you cast her skill, you get an additional attack which then triggers combustion. Then you can trigger her combo skill, which is really insane. And then I trigger again corrosion and then combo skill. There we go. And now I will cast Akikuru's skill that will trigger Wolf Guard, and then I just get the stacks from the enemy, and then I cast this. It will turn into an enhanced battle skill.
It was harder than I thought.
So it's quite fast, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna try to do this without talking so that you can see how fast I can execute this combo. Let me just find an enemy. Here, this one is fine.
High risk target detected. Melting flame. Kudos to you.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention earlier as well. The enhanced battle skill also carries over to her ult. She does this with the enhanced version. So when I cast the normal version of her skill, it just does that. So let's go back here, consume all these stacks. Hopefully I still have enough time to showcase. No, I ran out of ult. And then when you run low of SP, just cast Akikuru's skill. Jesus Christ, this enemy is really tanky. Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention to you guys, so
Looking for me?
remember Melting
Finally
Flame?
remember
So if you
something?
actually stack 4 of them and then you cast her ult, when you cast the Levitane's battle skill, when you have 4 stacks of Melting Flame during her ult, she does also another additional attack. Because I'll show you in a bit what the ult looks like without the Melting Flame, and then one where we have 4 stacks of Melting Flame. We have 4 stacks of Melting Flame, and then if I cast her ult and then cast her battle skill, there we go, massive damage. And then you also trigger the combo skill. Now this is what her ult looks like, or battle skill without Melting Flame.
Melting flame.
She, the sword just goes around her twice. So now, let's try and do this to a boss. So we'll be visiting our good friend Rodan again. So let's do the usual, stack Melting Flame. There we go. Get all of those stacks, trigger Ardelia, and then wait for a bit, trigger Combustion, but we're gonna wait for a bit, do this. Now, you just have to try and consume heat stacks really. And then we have 2 more stacks. Cast battle skill, trigger combustion. There we go. You can even cast the battle skill mid combo, mid final strike combo with Leviathan. So if I do this, and then I cast battle skill, there we go. You can see I still managed to get the stacks off. I managed to dodge that as well. I thought I was gonna get hit. Dodge again. Combustion. Should be entering second phase now. There we go. Oh, we entered second phase now. So let's try to do this with her ult. Get stacks. Cast battle skill. As you can see, I didn't want to commit to that skill animation because otherwise I would get hit. But you still get the melting flame stacks though. So as long as you don't do the additional strike, it won't consume your melting flame stacks. So let's try to do this with her ult now. There we go. More stacks. Trigger combustion. Combo skill. Then a bit of a nature damage for healing really. And then if you trigger combustion again. Oh, the combo skill wasn't ready that time. But we do have corrosion though, so I should be able to trigger this now. Chip damage. And when we do this, we take the stacks. And then we wait, cast the skill. There we go. Trigger combo skill. And then do the same thing again. After he lands. Oh shit, that's a lot of damage. Get more stacks, combustion. It would be nice if I can finish off with the skill. There we go. So yeah, there's a lot of take in with Leviathan's combo, but if you manage to just focus on building Melting Flame and then keep track on the heat stacks on the enemy and then knowing when to consume it, then you should be fine, really. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.